Number 14 is Google Discover. Now, you may have known or may have seen Google Discover and didn't realize it had a name, but it actually does. So Google Discover is a mobile experience that's provided by Google, and it delivers a personalized stream of content to its users without them having to go and search for it. And what it does is it gives you articles and videos and other kinds of content that's based on you as a user, your interests, and your browsing history. And the content selected through their machine learning algorithms that predict what the user might find interesting or useful. And Google Discover is accessible on mobile devices via the Google app or on the home screen of some Android devices. That's how I wind up getting it, offering a feed of information that updates continuously throughout the day as new content becomes available and as the user's interests evolve. And so I actually took a bunch of screenshots from mine. This was at the time I did it. It was earlier today. I was just grabbing some screenshots. And I basically, this is what I got. I go to I slide to the left on my screen, and here we go. So I'm big on astronomy. I love all the stuff with the telescopes and rockets and all the kind of stuff about astronomy. I love that stuff. So right away, here's something anomalous on the moon surface, right? I have a Google Pixel phone. We're talking about the Pixel 8. I'm a big Jets fan. There's something about Jets being awarded multiple drafts into picks in 24. This is talking about physics. I love science and all that kind of stuff. So there's information about physics. I've been looking on Zillow and other places for homes and maybe new rentals and so on. There's information about homes for sale. This year it kind of carries on here. More about astronomy, photographer snapping extremely rare green flash coming from Venus. Then I even have things that kind of pull stuff out there saying, hey, here's some things you might want to get updates on. I can kind of click on these things and it'll automatically add it. If you're getting stuff that you don't want, you can kind of click on these little three dots and say ignore or don't show me any of this or show me more. You can even see many of these have little buttons that says add note or notes. So you can write comments. You can actually leave yourself your comments on this stuff. As I scrolled further down, I had 4 shorts from YouTube, right? On Neptune, RV. I used to have an RV, some RV stuff. So I've watched some RV tours. Here's some stuff from NASA. I'll find things on music, on NASA, on my New York Jets. You can see down here trending information. There's Bill Belichick going to Atlanta, whatever. And then more stuff about, homes and 55 plus community, blah, blah, blah. Here's Hubble finding water. So all of this is interesting to me. All of it has got something of value that I might want to go check out. So it's awesome. It also sucks, right? Because it sucks you in. It's a time suck. And you wind up clicking on these things and reading and then going back and clicking on and reading. And of course, if you're anything like me at all, you might wind up reading something and they get caught down that rabbit hole of, I'm on the Jets thing about this and there's some other Jet article like, oh, what's that about? And you wind up wasting even more time. But, from the standpoint of if you're looking for information that's relevant to you, it's almost like having your own custom-built newspaper, right? That's cultivated by Google based on the things that you like, the things that you read, the things that you open, the places that you visit. It's super cool. And what's great is if you're, the debrief or you're the Jet Press or your Live Science or your, that's a sponsor one here. If you're, Murata, whatever, you may get clicked on because of the interest I have somewhere else. Google's pulling it out and showing it to me. And I go, that looks cool. What's that? All right. And so this is some really, really cool stuff. Now, to leverage Google Discover to improve your own SEO efforts, consider these following strategies. First, goes back to content. Everything seems to go back to content. Publish high quality content. Google Discover prioritizes fresh, engaging, and relevant content. So most of the stuff that you saw about the photos, let me go back a sec, right? This thing here, this is from 3 days ago. This is from 6 hours ago, 4 hours ago. So as fresh things come up, you want to see that stuff, right? If it's interesting to you, you want the latest and greatest stuff. So you want to make sure you're focusing on creating high quality articles, videos, and other things that align with your audience's interests, right? Whatever those things may be. Understand your audience. Use analytics to understand what content is really resonating with your audience, where they're going the most, where they spend most of their time, which pieces of your content they land on the most, things like that. And then tailor your future content strategy to match the preferences of your audience. And then that can help you increase the likelihood of appearing in these Discover feeds. Now, you're not going to last long in the Discover feeds. If you get one article, it's only going to sit there for a couple of days maybe, or maybe it'll go for a week or so. But you want to kind of continue to put out really good quality and engaging content, and also use engaging images. As you saw here, each of these had a cool, I mean, this is a cool thing. This is actually a place where they have what they call these lagoons, right? Where it looks like it's an island, but this is actually a pool. It's a just giant pool. And in the middle of it, they've got a cool, a play, a water park kind of thing in the middle. There's even like a little mini island within the pool. These are crazy. It looks like you're in some kind of a beautiful lagoon on an island somewhere, but you're not. You are in a subdivision, right, in the middle of Tampa, and this is, I think, up in the, for me, it's about, I think, a half hour north of me. But it looks like you're on, an island in the Caribbean or something like that. And so there's beautiful pictures, or hey, like this thing here, like this anomalous moon surface, I see that and I go, what's that? I want to go look at that. When I see pictures from Hubble, or I see pictures coming in from the James Webb Space Telescope, I want to go look at them. This thing also got me to click on it. So pictures are going to make a difference. They're going to be part of the draw of bringing people in. So use them, make sure they're high quality images, and Google will often feature these visually appealing content. So having great imagery can really increase your chance of getting featured in these areas. Optimize for mobile, right? Discover is primarily a mobile experience. You want to, and specifically, it's very easily accessed on Android devices and on Google Pixel devices. It's like right there. So ensure your website's mobile friendly with responsive design and fast load time, things we've talked about a million times before. And still, again, focus on EEAT, demonstrate experience, expertise, authoritativeness, and trustworthiness in your topic area within your content to build credibility, which Google values very highly. You want to regularly update your content, keep it up to date, refresh older posts with new information. We'll talk more about that as well. It can also catch Google's Discover's attention. Utilize structured data. There we go again. Implement that data where appropriate to help Google better understand and categorize your content. Stay on top of trends and create content around those trending topics or those trending events in your niche so that you can, again, get picked up, because timely content is way more likely to be picked up by Discover than something that's been out for weeks or months. And be consistent, right? You got to publish content regularly to keep your audience engaged and let Google know that your website's active source of fresh info. And then monitor your performance. Check your Google Search Console. It actually shows you if you've gotten found in Discover. That can be done there. If you don't see Discover in Search Console and you haven't been in Discover yet, but if you see that, you'll be able to see like what got found, what got linked to, and then you can begin to adjust your strategy based on what's being found in that. So remember that unlike traditional SEO, you can't directly optimize for Google Discover since it's primarily driven by user interest, right? But by following some of these best practices, you're going to be able to increase the potential for you to get your content found and featured in this Discover feed, and thus driving additional traffic into your website. So very, very cool stuff there.